Good morning, student friends. Today I'm just connecting to you to a very important topic, what I have given in the volume 1. Volume 1 was the explanation of the lesson. Volume 1 was the explanation of the content. It was what is analytical paragraph. I explained well that it is a very good attempt taken by the CBSE, and CBSE has just removed your fourth question from story writing, and now it has reached to a different type of segment that is called analytical paragraph writing. And students, it's a very important part. In my last presentation, I have given you, explained everything about the analytical writing, what is required. It is very much required that you should critically think about this one. You should be very much critic, you should become. Creativity is also important, and you should have the skill of comparing the things well. If we have these all skills in ourselves, then only we'll be able to execute it well. It's a 10-mark question. It's a third question, fourth question. So we should be very much particular about this new concept. By seeing this all, I wish to share some new information. I'll today give you or demonstrate a very good answer for it. If you see the answer, then you will have a lot of idea why and how it will help us. So, dear children, if you just give me little time, I'll show you. The important thing is that we feel in our segment. You see, I have discussed in my last meeting also, probable subjects and topics for this analysis will be analysis of comparing private schools and government schools, how much students speak English in these two schools. It is a very fact that government school children are speaking very less English comparative to private schools. But it is not a simple discussion. You have to write down 4 or 5 paragraphs to explain these all things on the basis of chart, on the basis of line diagram, on the basis of histogram, on the basis of pie chart. Now you are a student of mathematics, you better understand. Your understanding is different thing. Now expression has become a different thing. An analysis of sound pollution in the city on the basis of a newspaper report. This type of question will come. Suppose a question comes, the analysis of the pollution level in Delhi. It has increased like anything. The Chief Minister of Delhi has taken certain steps. And what are the steps? What happened? Whether it has increased or decreased, you have to write down. The analysis of a batting performance of Australian and Indian team in 2020 match. The line graph will be given to you. At what time, what wicket has fallen, how many balls the particular player has played, and what was the growth of rate, you will see. The second thing, very important to discuss, then you have to analyze between the two teams. I told now, in the cricket matches, when you are viewing the match, the commentators will compare it. They will tell the significant rules of better played batsmen and what is the role of bowlers at the time. Like that, you should also critically think and you should jot down this all. Analysis of muffins sold in shop from Monday to Sunday. Now you see, Sunday and Saturday, they are called weekends. In these days, people are staying at home. So they will go to shop to purchase more muffins. They will purchase more cupcakes. So now on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, the number will be very less. Are you getting my point? So you have to have these all things into mind. Like a seller, like a manager, like an analyst, we have to think now. Now, fourth, I have given last one, analysis of inter-house competition and medal tally in the annual sports day. If suppose you are in Navodaya Vidyalayas, these activities are going on. But what happens, it becomes very prominent at the last day, annual day, when the Shares and prizes are given and the top houses are declared, at the time we feel how it is important. This same question will be asked in your exam also. What is the mark tally of Aravali House? It has declared the winner house, champion house. Overall championship is to be given to them. So, dear children, again I have brought into the same direction. What are the segments are very important. Characteristic of a good analytical paragraph. So, introduce an argumentative main idea in the first sentence of the paragraph. India beat Australia with a good line backup or batting backup. The first line, it should be very much argumentative. The pollution of Delhi has become a challenge for all. The line first one. So I have given introduce the point. Now ideas. I have taken, you see my slide, ideas. D, develop the idea by defining or clarifying the idea presented by giving general reasons for having that idea. How will you understand? Now I'm telling. The first one, introduce. The second, develop an idea by defining or clarifying the idea presented by the giving general reasons. Next one comes E, elaborate an idea. Now, pollution, what will the damage of pollution? Why, when the pollution will become so much, what repercussion will come to society? How the health will feel like that? How it is hazardous for the life of children and aged people? Elaborate the idea. A, apply evidence, language, and relate it to the paragraph's main idea. Apply it. So your graph will be given. You see in the month of the diagram shows that the pollution level was at this place. But in the next month, the Chief Minister of Delhi has taken odd and even formula. Of that formula, now the pollution level has gone down. So apply the evidence you should show. Evidence is there with you. Now you have to explain it. And last is ideas. Summarize the paragraph by restoring main idea and reason it for it. So I have just given this idea word is very important for you. I stand for introduce, D stands for develop, E stands for elaborate, A stands for apply, and S stands for summarize. So dear friends, I feel if you have ability to analyze something, you should keep this thing in mind. Now, the characteristic of good analytical paragraph, another word I have taken teal. This term we should see. Teal. T for topic sentence, main idea or theme. It is very important. The first line will give you 1 point, 1 mark, as I told you. That is a teal, topic sentence. E, explain. Further explanation of the topic is very important. E, evidence and example citation is very important. Evidence and example, cite some examples you quote. And L means link, refer back to main argument and sum up. So this steel will also help you. So many points are there. I just want to share characteristic of good analytical paragraph. Write arguments to support claims in the analysis of substantive topic and text. Write information, explanatory text. You explain during 4 paragraphs you have to write. 150 to 200 words we have to write. How you were writing big stories. Now everything is there. The effective selection, organization and analysis of content. It is a scientific temper. Like a researcher, we have to write. The word I told now, analyst. You should become an analyst. Write narrative to develop real and imagined experience and even using effective techniques. It is very important nowadays. Now it will become for the class 10th student. Now the last segment I'll tell and I'll go for an example. And by seeing that example, I'm sure that you will get some confidence and you will take this chapter with more motivation. Writing narrative messages. Introduce a problem or situation. Introduce it. And introduce characters. What characters in this role play or in this event? If suppose 2020 match is playing between Chennai Super King and Bengaluru team. What happened during that? Chris Gale has played a very big role. His batting was so important. So this character you should mention. Create a sequence of key event. What happens in a cricket match? First toss is very important. Then they will elect to bat or elect to field. Then the players will sit outside, and those who are going to field they will come to the field. So sequence would be given. This happened, this happened, this happened. I again, second thing I give, if suppose you are writing an analytical paragraph for the organization of annual event in your school and annual event in other school, then you should go. The first was lamp lighting, invocation of God, welcoming of guest, welcome speech by the principal. Like that, all should come in a systematic manner. If you do it, then it will be helpful for you, because that is called logical sequence. The dialogue to help show events and character reaction through that. Use transition words, strong specific words, and solution or conclusion. It is very important. I have given. Now, my dear children, let us come. A very good example I am citing before you, and now you will feel. Example: the line graph below shows changes in the amount and type of fast food consumed by Australian teenagers from 1975 to 2000. Now I am taking you that how the Australian youths started taking fast food in the year 1975 and 2000. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparison where relevant. Now you see, just one beautiful graph will be displayed to you like this. Consumption of fast food by Australian teenagers. You see, the brown line shows the fish and chips. Now you see, blue line shows you the pizza, and green line shows you hamburgers. Now hamburgers, pizza, and fish and chips. 1975, 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995, 2000 in x-axis. Now you go to y-axis. Now the number of these factors you see 0, 20, how much it has gone. The quantity has increased. The same thing is given. If you check in 1975, the brown line was at 100. And slowly this line has started declining. In 2000, it has reached 40. It means fish and chips, Australian youths were taking more in 1975. Till 2000, it has gone so down. I'm just analyzing. You listen, you see the picture also. Now you see the green line, it shows hamburgers. In 75, it was less than 20 hamburgers they were taking. Now, as we reached to the next extent, how much it has reached to the climax. In 2000, it has become 100, which was below 20. Hamburgers reached more than 100, and it is now a signal that how it is increasing. Now you go for pizza. In 1975, it was around 3-4 pizzas only. But now if you go in the year 2000, now it is more than 80, 85, 83, 84. Now you are understanding this. Now, after understanding this much is a question only. It will take 5 minutes to think, then introduce the graph. You need to begin with 2 or 3 sentences that state what the line graph shows. Here is an example for about the line. The line graph compares the fast food consumption of teenagers in Australia between 1975 and 2000, a period of 25 years. Now you are getting this. This is called heading. 1 mark you will get for it. Now next slide I'll show you how to go for next paragraphs. Body number 1, paragraph number 1. You see, you can now give some specific details in the body paragraph. Look at the graph, what things are similar and what things are different. what things are similar and what things are different. As we have already identified in the overview, the consumption of fish and chips declined over the period, whereas the amount of pizza and hamburgers that were eaten increased. So it is clear that pizza and hamburgers were following a similar pattern, but fish and chips were different. On this basis, you can use this as your groups and focus one paragraph on fish and chips. It shows that Australian youths have started taking very less fish and chips. Now they have put themselves on hamburgers and pizza. So that it has one first paragraph, you should write like this. Next, again you come, I'll show you the body of the second. In 1975, the most popular fast food with Australian teenagers was fish and chips, being eaten 100 times a year. This was far higher than pizza and hamburgers, which were consumed approximately 5 times a year. However, report from a brief rise again from 1980 to 1985. The consumption of fish and chips gradually declined over the 25 years time scale to finish at just under 40. See, in 10th standard only, we have to write like this. Now, body paragraph 3. In sharp contrast to this, teenagers ate the other two fast foods at much higher levels. Pizza consumption increased gradually until it overtook the consumption of fish and chips in 1990. It then leveled off from 1995 to 2000. The biggest rise was seen in hamburgers as the occasions they were eaten increased sharply. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, exceeding that of fish and chips in 1985, and finished at the same level that fish and chips began with consumption at 100 times a year. Now, my dear children, you see, this many things, if you mention, then it will become analytical paragraph. Overall, the consumption last, it is a concluding line. Consumption of fish and chips declined over the period, whereas consumption of pizza and hamburgers that were eaten increased. Now I feel focus points we should give, because it's a new type of writing skill. I have given the content of each paragraph, the use of verbs and noun adverbs we should learn. We should try to go for the logical order of the things. Second very important thing I want to share with you, these type of vocabularies we should use. If you want to show upwards trend, then you say rise, increase, climb, grow, go up. If you want to show the decline, decrease, drop, fall and decline, I have given. So when you get some chance, jot down these points. Frequently used verbs in an analytical paragraph are fluctuate, dip, remain steady, remain stable, remain unchanged, level off, peak at, reach a peak off, hit a high off, hit a low off, bottom out and plateau. Like these words we should go for. And I have given you today, you are getting chance, you tell your teacher to give time and you jot it down. And next example also given to you, birth rate and death rate. This type of analysis you should do. I'll try to solve this problem in my some written content. I'll give it to you, and I feel happy by taking the 2 classes in analytical paragraph writing. I have tried to just share a little bit of it. It is not so easy, I understand, because if we want to finish this all, a lot of caliber is required. So, especially for getting 10 marks, you students should now prepare it well. Keep it ready. And if you take interest, I'm sure it will be very marks fetching. So the students who are having scientific temper, the students, those who are loving mathematics, the students who are loving especially statistics and graph and you know the x-axis, y-axis, the trend, inclination, increase, etc. I have given these words glossary to you. You just refer it and try to have a practice. It will become very easy, but in future you will get more benefit out of it, I'm sure. So with this, I conclude, and I will give a lot of examples for you. Whenever you get chance, you sit with your teachers, because I told very less materials are available in CBSE sites also, in Diksha portal also, very less items are there. First time it is introduced, and I have also referred so many, so that I have concluded it with you. You take it. Wish you all the best. Thank you.